ثم رأينا بعد أن تدوين كتاب يحتوي على جمل صالحة من أصول هذا الفن.
رأينا بعض
ثم رأينا بعد أن تدوين كتاب يحتوي على جمل صالحة من أصول هذا الفن أجدى من تفاريق العصا وكل الصيد في جوف الفراء. وكان الأوائل لصفاء عقائدهم ببركة صحبة النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وقرب أحده وقلة وقوع الاختلاف فيهم واطمئنان قلوبهم بترك التفتيش عما ثبت عنه صلى الله عليه وسلم وعدم التفاتهم إلى تطبيق المنقول بالمعقول وتمكنهم من مراجعة الثقات في كثير من العلوم الغامضة مستغنين عن تدوين هذا الفن. كما أنهم كانوا بسبب قرب عهدهم من العرب الأول واتصال زمان برجال الحديث وكونهم منهم بمرأى ومسمع وتمكنهم من مراجعة الثقات وقلة وقوع الاختلاف الوضع مستغنين عن تدوين سائر الفنون الحديثية كشرح غريب الحديث وأسماء الرجال ومراتب عدالتهم ومشكل الحديث وأصول الحديث ومختلف الحديث وفقه الحديث وتمييز الضعيف من الصحيح والموضوع من الثابت. وكل فن من هذه لم يفرد بالتدوين ولم ترتب أصوله وفروعه إلا بعد قرون كثيرة ومدد متطاولة لما عنت الحاجة إليه وتوقف نصح المسلمين عليه. ثم إنه كثر الاختلاف الفقهاء بناء على اختلافهم في علل الأحكام وأفضى ذلك إلى أن يباحثوا عن تلك العلل من جهة إفضائها إلى المصالح المعتبرة في الشرع. ونشأ التمسك بالمعقول في كثير من المباحث الدينية وظهرت تشكيكات في الأصول الاعتقادية والعملية فآل الأمر إلى أن صار الانتهاض لإقامة الدلائل العقلية حسب النصوص النقلية وتطبيق المنقول بالمعقول والمسموع بالمفهوم نصرا مؤزرا للدين وسعيا جميلا في جميع شمل المسلمين ومعدودا من أعظم القربات ورأسا لرؤوس الطاعات. قوله
هذا يكفي. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على النبي الكريم محمد وآله وأصحابه أجمعين. Imam Rahmatullah alayhi before that he talked about the importance of this science or this fun, and he mentioned here or answered all the questions or reservation coming from here and there. That Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he didn't talk about this like a fun or science. Sahaba Ridwanullahi alayhim ajma'in, they have not compiled a fun like this, and same was the case of Tabi'een and even GL or generations after them. So Imam Rahmatullah alayhi said, when the asal is there, the basic and the original concept is there, so then later on it will take the shape of a fun. Who did it and who did not, that is something else. But now it became lawful to have a fun like this. Summa ra'ayna ba'du. And then we saw after that, anna tadweena kitabin, that compiling of a book, يحتوي على جمل صالحة من أصول هذا الفن, which will include or consist of جمل صالحة. Jumla is the plural of jumla. Jumla means bunch, yes, and good bunches of من أصول هذا الفن, of the basic principles of this science. أجدى من تفاريق العصا. أجدى بمعنى أليق أو أرفع. That is more beneficial من تفاريق العصا. Tafariq al-asa and Jawf al-Fara. This is actually a proverb which is used by the Arabs. They look at me. Yes, you are beating someone like this. Yes, so just do once like this and get rid of him. So they say that ضرب واحد أجدى من تفاريق العصا. That one strong hit is much more beneficial than 100 stripes like this. Got it? Yeah. And then you are going to the desert and you say, look at me, that a rabbit, a pigeon, this, we have to pray and to hunt. Yes, say. Got it? So the Arab says that let's hunt one wild donkey for the because all these prey and these hunts are these small animals, they are in the belly of one donkey. Means that is much more good than all these small things. So why you are doing small things? So Imam Rahmatullah says that now looking one thing here in this one in that one in that one, why we are not going to make it a fun in the meaning of science? Fun in the meaning of a science, a special science to find as a whole everything here. Got it? أجدى من تفاريق العصا وكل الصيد في جوف الفراء. The fara is like على زنة السحاب أو فرع. So فرع على زنة الجبل. فرع or fara. That is حمار الوحش or white donkey. That's a big thing. وكل الصيد. And all the prey is there, P-R-E-Y. All the prey is there in the belly of donkey. So why you are hunting these small birds and small rabbits? Yes, just hunt one wild donkey and do barbecue. Got it? وَكَانَ الْأَوَائِلُ لِصَفَاءِ عَقَائِدِهِمْ. وَكَانَ الْأَوَائِلُ. Now this is an answer to the previous objection. The objection was that Sahaba didn't do that. Tabi'in didn't do that. Atba'u Tabi'in didn't do that. So Imam Rahmatullah said, good that they have not done it. But why they have not done it? Because they were not believing in if and buts and why it is so. They heard a thing that Allah said it, they said 100%, that's okay. Rasulullah said it, they say 100%, that's okay. Yes, but our case is other way around. We say Allah said it, we say why he said it. Yes, and Rasulullah said it, why he said it. So for such like people, you have to find the wisdom. You have to find the philosophy. Imam Rahmatullah said they were not in need of that, but we are in need of that. Because we got involved with foolish people. We got involved with foolish people. So he said, وَكَانَ الْأَوَائِلِ. And our predecessors, they were لِصَفَاءِ عَقَائِدِهِمْ بِبَرَكَةِ صُحْبَةِ النَّبِيِّ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وسلم. Because their aqidah were very transparent and very clean and neat. بِبَرَكَةِ صُحْبَةِ النَّبِيِّ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وسلم. Because they were in the company, they had the blessing of the company of Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم. وَقُرْبِ عَادِهِ. And after his time and after Sahaba, Tabi'in, they were very close to the time of the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, so the barakah was still there. The barakah was still there. One big alim in Fiqh Hanafi, his name is Hakim Tirmizi, not Imam Tirmizi, Hakim Tirmizi, and he has written a very famous book in Usul al-Fiqh al-Hanafiyya, Bawadir al-Rasul. So Hakim Tirmizi, it is said that he was that handsome young man, that when he was passing on a street, so the men and the women, all of them, they were waiting that Hakim Tirmizi will go for prayer now. Let's have a glance of him. Yes, and that's why he used to cover his face like this. And he was changing his routes. Well, he was this way, yes. So people were standing there and he would be coming back. He was changing his route. And once, the utmost prettiest girl of the village came across him. And she said, please, once. You know what I'm saying? Please, once. And he ran away. He said, Astaghfirullah al-Azim al-Ladhi, la ilaha illa hu. And he left the village. 30 years passed. Once he was passing, and that girl, now she was a big woman. Yes. So he saw her. He said she was the prettiest girl. It came into his mind. And I was the youngest person. And she asked me to fulfill her desire. But I didn't. If I would have. Yeah. Now, if he didn't say it on his tongue, it came into his mind because Shaitan is playing game with everybody. Yes. And then he started crying and putting ashes and dust on his head. That why Shaitan, he played this game with me. Why I thought like this. He said that either I have lost my Iman or I have become a munafiq. Because now I am old man. At that time I was young. At that time Allah empowered me to control myself. She was young as well. Now she is old and I am old. Why Shaitan brought this this thinking to my mind. And in such a way he slept. So he saw Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in his dream. So he said, Ya Rasulullah, tell me, I have lost my Iman, I am kafir, or I have become munafiq? Because 30 years before, when I was a powerful young man, and she was young as well and too pretty, at that time I got hold of myself, but now so Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam told them, Tirmizi, just take it easy. Take it easy. The time is becoming from my era and my time. So the most you are going far, the lot of fitna will be happening like this. Got it? Because you are going far from light. So the time of the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that was the bright time. So Imam Rahmatullahi alayhi, now you came to know what Imam says. Yes. وكان الأوائل لصفاء عقائد ببركة صحبة النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, because of the blessing of the company of Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم وقرب عهده, and because of the closeness of his time, وقلة وقوع الاختلاف فيهم, and the differences were happening very little amongst them or between them, وإطمئنان قلوبهم, and their hearts they were very much satisfied and content with. بترك التفتيش عما ثبت عنه صلى الله عليه وسلم, whatever was coming from Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم, so they were not making any research because it came from Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم and they took it as is. They took it as is. وعدم التفاتهم إلى تطبيق المنقول بالمعقول. So manqul, what has been related from Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم, now looking for a reason for that is ma'qul. So they were not looking for any ma'qul to prove a manqul. Got it? وتمكن من مراجعة السقاط, and also another good opportunity for them was that they had the power. تمكن من قدرة وتمكن, that was in their قدرة and in their power. وتمكنهم من مراجعة السقاط, that they were approaching the trustworthy people, the ulama, في كثير من العلوم الغامضة, in so many غامض mean hidden or deep knowledges. So some trustworthy or very authentic ulama were there. So if they had anything in their mind, so they were not to think about that, why it is so. They used to approach a alim and he used to tell him. Got it? Mustaghni. So they were not in need of istighna. They were mustaghni. Got it? So this mustaghni is the khabar wakana. Wakana al-awail. So all that is the ism, mustaghni is the khabar. Wakana al-awail, mustaghni. They were not in need of Tabi'n hadha al-fan, in need of compiling this science. كما أنهم كانوا بسبب قرب عاد من القرن الأول واتصال الزمان برجال الحديث وكونهم منهم بمرأة ومسمع وتمكن مراجعة السقاط, like as they were بسبب قرب عاد, because their time was very close to Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم or to القرن الأول, to first century. واتصال الزمان برجال الحديث, and their time was connected are adjacent to the time of the ulama of hadith. وَكَوْنِهِمْ كَمْنِهِمْ مِنْهُمْ, and they were from ulama al hadith as well. بِمَرْآ وَمُسْمَعْ ظرفين بِمَرْآ, so they were in a place of seeing and a place of hearing, meaning that they were seeing and they were hearing as well directly. وَتَمَكُّنِ مُرَادَةِ السَّقَاطِ, and they had the qudra and the power to approach and go to the authentic people. وَقِلَّةِ وُقُوعِ الْإِخْتِلَافِ, and ikhtilaf amongst them, or differences amongst them, that were very little. وَالْوَزْغَ, and there was no any fabrication. قِلَّةِ وُقُوعِ الْإِخْتِلَافِ الْوَزْغَ, like hadith mawzu'. وَقِلَّةِ وُقُوعِ الْإِخْتِلَافِ وَالْوَزْغِ مُسْتَغْنِينَ, so they were not in need of عن تدبير سائر الفنون الحديثية. Now Imam Rahmatullahi alayhi, he is actually finding a support for the tadbeen of this fun. That, have you ever heard that a Sahabi, he wrote in Usul al-Hadith a book? Say. No. Say, what do you say? In Usul al-Fiqh, they have written a book. In Fiqh, they have written a book. In Ilm al-Kalam, they have written a book. In Hadith, they have written a compiled book like this. No. But now, all these funun are written or not written? Compiled or not? So like is other funun, they are written. So if this one is written and compiled, so then what? Got it? So, عن تدوين سائر الفنون الحديثية, these new sciences, كشرح غريب الحديث, like the explanation of غريب الحديث, أسماء الرجال, وَمَرَاتِبُ عَدَالَتِهِمْ. As we are talking now, look, the level and the stages of the being just of a rawi. That this is of category 1, and this of category 2, and this of category 3. Got it? So, Sahaba Ridwanullah alayhim ajma'in or Tabi'in and Tabi'in, they were not doing that. We are in need of. We are in وَمَرَاتِبِ عَدَالَتِهِمْ وَمُشْكِلِ الْحَدِيثِ وَأُصُولِ الْحَدِيثِ وَمُخْتَلِفِ الْحَدِيثِ وَفِقْهِ الْحَدِيث. So all these funun were not there, all these sciences were not there. Now every one of these mentioned that is a specific science, and we have hundreds of books in every science. We have hundreds of books in every science. وَتَمِيزُ الزَّعِيفِ مِنْ الصَّحِيحِ. Like to differentiate and distinct a za'if hadith from a sahih, wal-mawzu' min as-sabit, and a fabricated one from the real one. وَكُلُّ فَنٍّ مِنْ هَذِهِ لَمْ يُفْرَدْ بِالتَّدْوِينِ وَلَمْ تُرَتَّبْ أُصُولُهُ. And all these sciences, or every science from these sciences, لَمْ يُفْرَدْ بِالتَّدْوِينِ, separately, it was not compiled. وَلَمْ تُرَتَّبْ أُصُولُهُ. Nor its principles and usul and qawaid or furu' were written in such a way. إِلَّا بَعْدَ قُرُونٍ كَثِيرًا. But after so many centuries, it got this shape. After so many centuries, it got this shape. وَمُدَدٍ مُتَعْتَوَنَا. Mudad is the plural of mudda. And after so many long times, لَمَّا عَنَتِ الْحَاجَةُ إِلَيْهِ. When عَنَت بِمَعنَى ظَهَرَت. لَمَّا عَنَتْ الْحَاجَةُ إِلَيْهِ. When the haja and the need became to this. وَتَوَقَّفَ نَصْحُ الْمُسْلِمِينَ عَلَيْهِ. And nasah mean looking good for, or sincere advice. Yes. وَتَوَقَّفَ نَصْحُ الْمُسْلِمِينَ عَلَيْهِ. And the sincerity for Muslims, it was depending upon them. ثُمَّ إِنَّهُ كَثُرَ اخْتِلَافُ الْفُقَهَاءِ. Then after that, the differences of the jurists, it became a lot. بِنَاءً عَلَى اخْتِلَافٍ فِي عِلَلِ الْأَحْكَامِ. Why? Their ikhtilaf. Look, the ikhtilaf of Imam Abu Hanifa and Imam Shafi, Imam Malik, Ahmad ibn Hanbal, rahimahumullah, that is an ikhtilaf in deen. Say, that's an ikhtilaf in, no, deen is one and the same. Deen is one and, but one says that the reason of this rule is this. And another one, he looks into the text of Quran and text of Hadith. He says, no, the reason is like this. Got it? They differentiate one another, mean they differ one another because of that reason. Because of what? They, to the mind of one, this reason came, and to the mind of the other reason came. Got it? And it took them, and it took them, that they may discuss and debate on tilka al-ilal, from these reasons and causes, min jihati ifzaiha ila al-masalih al-mu'tabarati bil-shar'a. How they will discuss it? Yes, that this illah will be taking us to such like maslaha which is considerable in Sharia. That this is the philosophy, or this is the wisdom. ونشاط تمسك بالمعقول في كثير من المباحث الدينية. And that's why they were holding strongly بالمعقول reasons. معقول means something which is known based on reason. Yeah. في كثير من المباحث الدينية, in so many ديني مباحث. وظهرت تشكيكات في الأصول الاعتقادية والعملية. And also some doubts happened there في الأصول الاعتقادية in the original اعتقادات and beliefs والعملية, and also in actions. فآل الأمر إلى أن صار الانتهاز لإقامة الدلائل العقلية حسب النصوص النقلية. فرجع الأمر. So then it happened, or the need came إلى أن صار الانتهاز لإقامة الدلائل. الانتهاز means الإقامة, to stand up. Yes, and to be prepared. لإقامة الدلائل العقلية, to have some عقلي الدلائل حسب النصوص النقلية, according to نقلي نصوص and text of Quran and Hadith. وتطبيق المنقول بالمعقول والمسموع بالمفهوم. And also to make a page of منقول with معقول and مسموع with مفهوم. نصرا موضرا. نصرا موضرا. So موضرا means مؤيدا. واجعل لي وزيرا من أهلي وزير المؤيد. So this is the same thing. نصرا موضرا. It became a help which is مؤيد, supported help. It became a supported help. للدين for deen وسعيا جميلا, and that was a good effort or noble effort في جمع شمال المسلمين, to get together شمال المسلمين, the dispersed Muslim. ومعدودا من أعظم القربات, and it was considered or counted from big صواب ورأسا لرؤوس الطاعات, and it was considered the fountain head لرؤوس الطاعات for major طاعات,